Welcome back, Lincoln learners. Let's get ready for part 2 of our learning for how to write a diary entry. So now we're going to focus on past tense verbs. Let's take a look at an excerpt from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. September, Thursday. It's been almost 2.5 weeks since me and my ex-best friend, Rowley Jefferson, had our big fight. To be honest with you, I thought he would have come crawling back to me by now, but for some reason, that hasn't happened. I'm actually starting to get a little concerned because school starts back up in a few days, and if we're going to get this friendship back on track, something needs to happen quick. If me and Rowley really are through, that would stink, because the two of us had a pretty good thing going. Now that our friendship is history, I'm in the market for a new best friend. Problem is, I have invested all my time in Rowley, and I don't have anyone lined up to take his place. The two best options I have at this point are Christopher Brownfield and Tyson Sanders, but each of those guys has his own issues. I hung out with Christopher for the last few weeks of the summer, mostly because he's a really excellent mosquito magnet. But Christopher is more of a summertime friend than a school year friend. As you can see, Lincoln learners, past tense verbs are used a lot when you're writing a diary entry. That's because a lot of the times you are writing about something that has already happened. Let's look at two types of past tense verbs, regular and irregular past tense verbs. All right, boys and girls. So there are regular past tense verbs and irregular past tense verbs. Regular past tense verbs, you just add ed at the end. Sounds simple enough, right? Except that it can be a little tricky because sometimes ed says sometimes ed says d, and sometimes ed says ed or id. So let's take a look at some verbs and the sounds that it makes at the end once you put ed. All right, let's look at our first verb. We have stop. Today, the policeman stops the car, but yesterday, the policeman stopped the car. As you can see, boys and girls, I put ed at the end, but the sound that it makes is t, stopped. Let's look at our next word, watch. The boys and girls went to the movies to watch the movie. Yesterday, they watched a movie. Watched. Okay, let's look at the next word, paint. The teacher paints a picture, but yesterday the teacher painted a picture. Again, I'm still putting ed, but the sound that it makes is different. Boys and girls, I want you to take the words at the bottom of the screen, and I would like you to try to add ed at the end and sort them. Did they make a t sound? Did they make a d sound? Or did they make a ed or id sound? Okay, pause the video and why don't you try doing that right now. All right, Lincoln learners, let's check our answers. Today the frog hops, but yesterday it hopped. Hopped. The boy asks a question, but yesterday the boy asked a question. The mom pushes a carriage, but yesterday she pushed the carriage. So these three belong here. Let's look at our next set of words. The boy sails in a boat, but yesterday the boy sailed in a boat. D. The boy listens to music, but yesterday the boy listened to music. The baby crawls around the house, but yesterday the baby crawled around the house. So pay special attention to where that sound is, where you're making that sound in your mouth, where your tongue lies when you say t and d. Okay? And now ed and id. Today she votes, but yesterday she voted. Id. All right, boys and girls, how did you do? All right, now let's talk about the irregular verbs. Irregular verbs don't seem to follow the rules at all. They're rather strange. Some of them don't even change their spelling at all. They stay exactly the same. Some will change their spelling by O-U-G-H-T, ought, or A-U-G-H-T, ought. Some of them will change their spelling to an ang or an ung. Some will change it to EW, ooh. Some will add a t to the end. Some will even change to a long O sound. And common irregular verbs like said and had change their spelling altogether. These kind of past tense verbs are rather strange. Let's take a look at some irregular verbs. Let's start with the verb cut. Today, I cut out my Valentine's card. Yesterday, I cut out my Valentine's card. It stays the same. Let's look at our next verb, buy. I buy a dress today, but yesterday I bought a dress. It changes to O-U-G-H-T. Let's take a look at the next verb. The girl sings a song, but yesterday I sung a song. Or you could say she sang a song. The pilot flies the airplane, but yesterday the pilot flew the airplane. Today the boy sleeps in the bed, but yesterday the boy slept in the bed. Today the girl wears her raincoat, but yesterday she wore her raincoat. And at the very end there, the children see their aunt, but yesterday they saw their aunt. All right, boys and girls, take a look at the bottom of your screen. Let's change those verbs into irregular past tense verbs. Pause the video and then come back to check your answers. Okay, Lincoln learners, let's check your answers. Today I read a book. Yesterday I read a book. It's still R-E-A-D. The spelling does not change, just the way you say it. Today the teacher teaches a class, but yesterday she taught the class. Today I swing. Yesterday I swung. Today the boy throws, but yesterday he threw. Today the boy builds, but yesterday he built. Today I drive to school, but yesterday I drove to school. And last but not least, today I make a project, but yesterday I made a project. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you did great with this, but if you need more practice, you can always check out the following website. So if you think you need more help or extra practice with past tense verbs, irregular and regular, you can check out eslgamesplus.com. Check out the links below. There's even a fun Jeopardy game that you can play. You can play by yourself or with others. Hey, Lincoln learners, you know pronouns, both subject and object. You know past tense verbs, both regular and irregular. Now you are ready to get that diary underway. Let's write some diary entries, and if you feel comfortable enough, you can even share some of your writing with me. Write on Class Dojo. Look for Mrs. Gamboa and send me a pic. See you soon.